Hey guys, it's Morgan, and today I'm going to be talking about the third book in the Calliope Reaper Jones series, Serpent Storm by Amber Benson. Now, since this is the third book in this series, and if you haven't read the first book or the second book, and you don't want to be spoiled, you probably shouldn't be watching this video. But if you don't care about being spoiled, then stick around. I hope you like the review. The prologue shows somebody breaking Talia out of her prison thanks to the devil. Calliope thinks about her relationship with Daniel and how he's not the bad boy she thought he would be, but she still likes him. Calliope and Jarvis see a creature outside the subway. Calliope and Jarvis see a man on the subway transform into a beast called a Vagar. Jarvis tells Calliope that she did a spell that got rid of the Vagar. Jarvis and Calliope see that everyone else on the subway are dead. The Ender of Death, Marcel, from the first book, appears and fights Calliope. Marcel tells Calliope that he sent the Vagar to her. Calliope finds Jarvis with a head wound. Calliope's boss, Hyacinth, tells Calliope and Jarvis to step away from the wormhole and to follow her. Jarvis's flesh starts detaching from his body. Hyacinth tells Calliope that Jarvis was dead, and Calliope roused him out of death to do her bidding. Hyacinth tells Calliope that you can't raise the dead unless you're dead, so something must have happened to Calliope's father. Jarvis tells Calliope that he will always be with her. Jarvis tells Calliope to wish him dead, and she does. Calliope and Hyacinth burn the remains of Jarvis's body. Calliope meets a man underwater, and on their way back above water she gets lost, but then a serpent with the voice of the man lets him ride her. Calliope has a dream of Talia asking Daniel to help her, and he agrees. Calliope calls the goddess Kala to take her home, and Kala tells her that her parents are being held hostage. Kala sends Calliope's spirit to her house so she can see what happened to her family. Kala sends Calliope's spirit back in time and into her dad, and Calliope sees Marcel kill her dad. Sumi trains Calliope. Calliope and Sumi are surrounded by a pack of Vagar. Calliope kills a Vagar that was going to kill her. Calliope meets Frank. Hyacinth tells Calliope that she has to fight Daniel to the death. Daniel shows up to challenge Calliope. Calliope tells Daniel that if he wins, he will become her sister's plaything. Calliope and Daniel end up in Atlantis. Daniel tells Evangeline, who used to work for Talia, that he's not going to kill anyone, but Evangeline says that he gave his word. Calliope is about to kill Evangeline, but Evangeline tells her that she isn't immortal. Instead of wishing her dead, Calliope wishes that Evangeline will lose all her hair, and it will never grow back. Calliope and Daniel are surrounded by bugbears. Daniel tells Calliope that he will deal with Evangeline and the bugbears while Calliope escapes. The siren named Star shows up to help Calliope. Star tells Calliope that she is her aunt. Calliope sees Jarvis and chases after him. Marcel shows up and tells Calliope he wants her to die. Calliope and Marcel fight. Calliope finds out that David, who was with her during Marcel's attack, is Jarvis. Jarvis tells Calliope that Hyacinth must be working with Talia and the devil. Calliope is taken by Frank, who takes advantage of her. Then Jarvis knocks him out. Calliope and Jarvis take a train to heaven. Calliope answers a call from God's secretary, who tells her that God is too busy to see Calliope, but Calliope says that she isn't going to walk away, so the secretary tells her to come to the office. Calliope talks to God. Marcel finds Calliope and Jarvis, and Calliope tells him that she knows that he is working with Sumi and Hyacinth. Calliope tells Marcel to leave her, and when she has her full power, they will meet at a place of Marcel's choosing and fight. Calliope and Jarvis go to hell and find Runt. Calliope asks Kerberos to help her get rid of the devil and Talia before they can take over Purgatory. Calliope tells Kerberos that she needs him to open the north gate of hell and let all the souls out. Calliope calls the harvesters and transporters to help her. Calliope calls Frank and finds out that he is a death in waiting too. Calliope and Frank run into Evangeline, and they knock her out. Calliope finds Cleo and her mother, but has to deal with the bugbear guards. Calliope and Cleo tie Frank's hands while he is knocked out. Calliope asks Evangeline where Talia is, and she tells her the Hall of Death. Calliope finds Talia and tells her it's over. Calliope realizes that her father's attorney, Father McGee, revealed all her family's weaknesses. Calliope watches as Frank and Father McGee kill Talia. Calliope finds out that Sumi also gave Father McGee a jewel to eat, and she starts laughing because that means that Father McGee will die too. Daniel disguises himself as the devil to help Calliope, but he is found out. Calliope kills Father McGee. Sumi attacks Calliope in his serpent form. Callie, Idra, Runt, and Cleo all show up. Calliope is now death, and Daniel is the new devil. Calliope and Cleo wake up to a note from their mom telling them she had to go to the sea. Daniel tells Calliope that he has to stay in hell and Calliope has to stay in purgatory and earth, and that he knows she cheated on him, and they break up. Well, thanks for watching the review, guys. The next book in this series is called How to Be Death, and I don't actually have a copy of that, but when I get a copy of that and I read it, then I'll make a video about it. Bye!